Hi, this is your host Shubham Tiwari, and I welcome you to Industry Talk, a show brought to you by Wonder Publish Magazine, where we speak with the best of the voices from education, publishing, and education technology industries. Our today's guest comes with a very hefty experience in education industry, which is higher education, and his name is Mr. Anuj Parekh. Mr. Anuj Parekh is the managing director at Gujarat-based Disha Consultants, a leading overseas education consultancy firm. He has been heading since 2005 and it is primarily responsible for international outreach and relationship building with top foreign universities. Over 10,000 students, have benefited from the experience of Mr. Anuj Parekh, and they go to study in USA and Canada primarily, and more. We'll ask Mr. Parekh about the consultancy. Welcome to Wonder Publish Magazine, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, sir, let us, begin at the very beginning, just as they say. You have your background in very distinct fields like packaging science, and then you move to chemistry, and then now you're in education consultancy. So please, first of all, tell us about your journey, sir.
So I was born in a family which were essentially trading in paper, and two of my elder brothers had gone to US for their master's program and come back to India. For me, I think at the time that was the next possible step. I did my bachelor's in chemistry actually.
Okay.
And then went for master's to the US. And since we were already in paper, I thought packaging at that time was the next big thing. And to be honest with you, it was a very, very distinctive journey, because even today, there are only two universities in US that offer a master's degree in packaging science.
Okay. Wow.
US has close to 4,500 universities that offer a host of programs, but only two offer masters in packaging science. So when I went to US, it was in 1986, way before internet. So I actually went there for master's in chemistry, which was the next logical step for me. But I soon realized that I did not want to do that. And the flexibility of the US system was such that I could easily go from my university to Rochester Institute of Technology, which offered a master's in packaging science. So I was introduced to the flexibility, the nature of US education system,
Right.
which essentially lets you to choose your own major. Not only at bachelor's level, there is tremendous options, but even at master's. So I could leave my university, take a transfer to Rochester Institute of Technology, get my credits transferred, and start the master's program in packaging science. So though I'm not currently actively involved in packaging science in any way, but the experience of spending so many years within the US education system and moving through that from education to job and then ultimately to green card has given me tremendous exposure. And all three directors here at Disha, we have studied in the US, we have worked there, we have had our green cards. So when we advise our students, it is largely from personal experience.
Right.
Even today, since I joined Disha in 2005, we are interacting with universities in US and Canada very, very regularly. I mean, till COVID happened, we were regularly traveling to the US also. We have a number of US universities come in and talk to our students. Nowadays, of course, online. So we keep ourselves abreast with the latest developments in the education sector, particularly foreign education. Another thing what we have done is we have consciously focused only on Canada and US. And the reason for that is that each one of us have first-hand experience and exposure in dealing with universities of US and Canada. So we have consciously made an effort not to lose our focus and do UK, Australia, New
Yeah,
Zealand.
Europe and
These
all,
are
yeah.
also very popular destinations, and a lot
Yes,
of Indian
absolutely.
students go there. But we have understood that when we talk to a student, it is probably his or her entire life's career at stake.
Correct.
And unless and until we are 100% sure about the advice that we give,
Yeah,
we should not give such advice.
absolutely, sir.
Because in counseling, what we see is that a lot of people seek advice from a lot of people
Correct.
who give advice for the sake of giving advice.
Yeah,
I mean, they may or may not have any background there. So we have consciously focused on US and Canada simply because we believe that if not the best, we are among the best in that field.
absolutely, sir. That's
and,
great.
And that is why from chemistry to packaging science to counseling now.
Right. Absolutely, sir. So as you said that, sir, you also travel a lot. You meet, go to the campuses a lot, different universities. So past 1.5 years, more than 1.5 years, this pandemic, what kind of changes, did you come across?
This is something that has happened for the first time in each one of us life. And well, a student who has just completed a 12th grade or a student who is just about to graduate from a bachelor's degree and was thinking of going to foreign country for education, there is a tremendous amount of confusion. Fortunately, we are living in the age of technology, and those students who had already gotten admissions were able to attend to classes online. But
Correct.
That was a very small number of students, because going to US and Canada is also all about the campus experience, which you can never get online.
Absolutely, sir.
So a lot of students just took a break and said, okay, let's wait till this dies down. Another very, very encouraging thing that happened was that US government realized the value of Indian students in their education system. And they put us in what they call a national interest exemption.
Wonderful.
Now, national interest exemption allows Indian students to get the US visa and go there physically.
Okay.
That happened. That started in April of this year.
Okay.
And 55,000 Indian students got visa.
Wow.
Which is a record for any year.
Right.
And they are now today physically attending US universities. That is phenomenal.
That's phenomenal.
If I have a visitor visa today, I cannot go to the US. If I have a business visa today, I cannot go to the US. I cannot go to US today under any visa except for student visa. That is what US has done.
That's amazing, sir. Would you say that happened because of the regime change? Because
I thought that even the previous regime, previous Trump regime, what happened was that there was a lot of misunderstanding about the policies that were supposedly to come.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the Trump regime, there has not been a single law that was enforced that went against Indian students or Indian professionals in the US. A lot of noise were made, a lot of headlines came.
Correct.
But if you look at on the ground, absolutely no change was made. In fact, H1 policy was twisted in a way that there is a special category for students in the H1 where you have 20,000 seats reserved for students only, and then 65,000 for students and other professionals. It was tweaked in such a way that students got the benefit of 5,000 additional seats.
Wow.
This happened during the Trump regime.
It's wonderful, sir.
And nobody put that as their headline.
Yeah.
We were under the impression that Trump is bad
Yeah,
because all the noises that he was making.
yeah, so much clutter was there.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. And maybe that was an effort to appeal to his
Own
constituents.
constituents. Yes, correct.
But he, being a shrewd businessman,
Correct.
realized the importance of Indian students in the US economy,
Hmm.
not only as students, as professionals.
Correct. Correct.
Now, if you look at Indian diaspora, who are largely there, who have gone there as Indian students, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella,
Yeah, all these
they
big
have
wigs.
all gone
Yeah.
there as students.
Correct.
And these are the single most prosperous
Community. Yes.
diaspora
Correct.
community
Correct.
in the entire US. We
Wonderful.
pay the highest taxes to the US system
Wow. Wonderful.
because we earn the highest amount.
That's amazing.
Simple. And,
That's
and,
amazing.
and maybe it's Trump or Biden or somebody else. They, in the back of their mind, realize this.
That's amazing, sir. That's
And
power of the
that is
community.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is the reason for this national interest exemption. Why would they do that?
Correct. Unless they're benefiting from it.
Right?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of students now, sir, I mean, you deal with so many students. They come with different mindsets, but there must be some, very, let's say, similar shortcomings or strengths. So can you please tell us what kind of
Yes.
problems students
So,
face?
if I have to give a message to
Yeah.
students,
Yes, please.
number one is do whatever it takes to improve your English language skills.
Hmm.
What I tell my students is that is the basic necessity of going to US or Canada, or for that matter, any country.
Anywhere,
Take it
yeah, correct.
UK, New Zealand, Australia, whatever, wherever you might want to go. Unless and until you have proper language skills, you are unemployable.
Even in India nowadays, sir. Yeah.
Even in India nowadays,
Yeah,
but more
correct.
so in US. And
Yeah,
Canada.
absolutely correct.
And my students sometimes believe that, hey, I am an engineer and I'm going to be working on a computer. I don't need to interact
I know
with
my
anybody.
skill. Correct. Correct.
Yeah. That doesn't work that way. You may be a mechanical engineer, chemical engineer, IT engineer, whatever,
Correct.
but you have to be working in a team. That is how things work over there.
True.
And it is very easy for your team members to feel uncomfortable if your language skills are not adequate. You
Correct.
may have an accent, that's not a problem. But you should be able to understand their accent also.
That's important.
So one thing I want to tell them is, yes, we all want the best in terms of education, best in terms of jobs, best in terms of green card and whatever it takes. So the first step is to keep working on your language skills.
Very important.
Number two, a lot of students come to me as an afterthought.
Afterthought. Okay.
My friend is going to so and so country. मैं रह गया, मुझे भी जाना है.
Got it. Yeah.
It
Happens a lot.
doesn't work that.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that way. You need to start your preparation at least 1 year in advance. If you are going for a bachelor's program, you need to start after your 10th grade.
Right.
If you are going for a master's program and you have a 4-year bachelor degree, you need to start from your 3rd year.
Correct.
Because all of this takes time. And when you send an email to a university in the US, they tend to take their own sweet time because they get thousands of emails from around the world every single day.
Correct. Correct.
And then what we do is we keep them pestering. Hey, I sent you an email yesterday. You have not replied today. I'm sending you another email. You better reply. It does not work that way. Just because you started late,
Yeah.
it doesn't change their timetable.
Right. So these two things.
Second important thing is,
Yeah.
please start early. Third thing, understand your strengths.
Hmm.
You know, I get a person who has done, let us say, mechanical engineering, and he's telling me, okay, we मुझे data science के लिए जाना है because all the jobs are in data science.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. There are
Right.
more than enough jobs in mechanical engineering or industrial engineering or similar programs.
Yeah.
So please understand that and work on your strengths.
Absolutely, sir. And related to
Because-
this, sir, I mean, what about interpersonal skills? I mean, beyond English, a lot of people don't know how to communicate, even if they are, they know English and yeah. So, what's the state of that skill?
So that is another thing we need to work on, because we tend to basic manners. You know, when two friends are talking in India, they put a hand on your shoulder and say,
Yes, yes,
"Arey yaar, kaisa chal raha hai?"
correct.
It doesn't work that way. Even if the best of friends in US, they
They
won't
won't do
that.
that. Yeah.
So personal space is very important. Secondly, when you are talking to your professor, or in India, I can just walk up to my professor and ask whatever question I want.
Yeah.
There you have to take an appointment.
Oh, okay. Even I didn't know that.
Yes.
Amazing.
You have to take an appointment, and there are timings fixed by each professor.
Amazing.
That
Okay.
on so and so date, they will entertain you during so and so time. And at that particular time, they are in their office and they will talk to you.
Amazing. So that's a wonderful system in place.
So these are some of the things that we
Right.
need to understand before we go there.
Absolutely, sir. We have to be prepared.
Another very interesting thing that has come up is Canada now grants diploma programs
Okay.
to a lot of people, and these are practical programs
Right.
which are job oriented, but they are not master's programs.
Okay.
A lot of students substitute that as a master program.
Right.
Canada diploma programs are just like our diploma programs.
Okay.
So they will give you a certain skill, but you cannot take it as a PG diploma or a master's program. They
In
are
Canada.
not.
In
Yeah.
Canada. Okay.
In Canada. The advantage with Canada, of course, is PR system is very, very small. They actually want you to come and stay there.
Okay.
The population is Canada is only 3.5 crore.
Okay. So unlike
compared
US,
to
they want
130
you to
crore
stay.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But US wants you to come and contribute as a professional,
Right.
whereas Canada wants to come and contribute. Of course, as a professional, but also stay there
Stay there.
for
Correct.
permanently and increase the diversity of the country
Right.
to immigration.
That's wonderful, sir. So, sir, I would also ask you, what are the most common misunderstandings about your work that students have?
The biggest misunderstanding is कि visa मिल गया तो अब राजा हो.
Right.
Visa is the starting point of your hard work and perseverance, which you are going to put through in future.
Right.
Visa is merely the first step.
Okay.
And these countries have been giving visa for 70 years now
Yeah. Of
to
course.
Indians.
Correct.
All US, Canada, name every
Correct.
country, because we have made a good name for ourselves.
Right.
But that name, those have made through dint of hard work and perseverance.
Absolutely, sir. You have to earn it.
A lot of students who go there on visa, on student visa, start working. Job मिल गया, illegal
Right.
job चालू कर दिया, कोई मोटेल में रह गए, कोई grocery store में रह गए. That is terrible. That is
Yeah.
just not done, because not only it takes you along the way of getting a illegal entry into the country,
Correct.
but it ruins completely your future prospects as a professional.
Correct.
You
Absolutely.
are supposed to work to study there only for 2 years.
Yeah.
Rest of the life you are going to work there.
Work only. Correct.
But these first 2 years, it is absolutely critical that you devote to study,
Right.
because your quality of education over these 2 years is going to determine how
Yeah.
good a professional you are going to be for the rest of your life.
Absolutely, sir.
तो मैं वहां पहुंच गया, मेरा रिश्तेदार है, उसने
Grocery
मैंने
store
जॉब
है
पे
उनका,
लगा दिया,
yeah.
I'm set for life. No, you are not. You have ruined a golden opportunity.
Correct. Absolutely.
So that is another message that I would like to give to my students and everybody out there. You have to study for only 2 years if you are going
Correct.
for a master's.
You're going to work only after that. Yeah,
Please concentrate on that.
absolutely, sir. So, sir, now speaking about Disha, since Disha is, one of the premier consultancy firms in India, tell us about the process you follow, and can students approach you online, and what's the process online? Please tell us about that.
So what we do is, we, as a student comes in, most of our students come in through word of mouth,
Okay,
because we've been in this business since more than 15 years, 18
Correct.
years almost now.
almost 20 years. Yeah.
20 years now. So we have a very good name out there, and students come to us through word of mouth. So they would take an appointment, or even sometimes without appointment, they would come in.
Yeah.
So what we do is, we meet each and every student personally, assess their strengths and weaknesses, and we would counsel them accordingly.
All right.
Over the years, we have counseled more than 10,000 students. We would suggest them what is the best program for them, which is
Right.
the best university for them, which are the best countries that they could go to,
Yep.
and what type of preparation would go into getting into those universities and into those programs.
Right.
So typically, I would love for a student to come to me 1 year in advance
Okay.
and start the process with us 1 year in advance, because then we can truly do justice to the work.
Right.
But a lot of students, like I said, come at the last moment, and we would help them also.
Yeah.
The key is how we are different from others. We would assess each and every student of their abilities, and how, in what way they would be able to contribute as a professional in the US or Canadian system.
Correct.
And then we would guide them. Okay, this is your passion. This is what you're interested in. This is what you have done. These are the fields that you can contribute in. For example, we are looking for a job in the US. Before you start applying to a university, you should have a target. In US, these are the 10 companies where I will send my resumes.
Right. It's a good starting point.
And those companies require professionals of this type of merit, and that is what I'm going to get.
Okay.
That is the way of going about it. Not like मैंने ये degree ले ली, I have now completed this degree, and now what should I do? No, it's too late for that.
Okay. Wonderful, sir. So, sir, before I come to, the last question about, what's next for you and Disha, I just have I just read this in a report that by the year 2040, 65% of the jobs will be new jobs that we don't even know about, right?
Correct.
So how do you, as a, consultancy firm owner, how do you prepare yourself to, counsel students for those kinds of jobs that are not there right now?
So what has happened over the years is that the new generation, fortunately, has been very, very tech savvy. And they themselves are in a way preparing for their jobs.
Okay.
But what I find lacking is the reading. They should be aware of the developments as they take place today. We are not very used to, the average Indian student is not very used to following technology online. We are not used to following current affairs online.
Yeah, staying up to date.
But we have to do that. The world is moving so fast, and like you said, the jobs that maybe we are doing today are obsolete tomorrow. So for us, let us say at Disha, we are trying to get into a very efficient online model.
Okay.
Where I can counsel a student sitting anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Without actually being there. And at the same time, the challenge here is not to compromise on the quality of our services.
Right.
You see, communication online is given.
Right.
But that has to be done without compromising on the quality of my service. That is where the challenge is for us. And we are doing everything in our power to do that, to achieve that.
Yeah.
Because that is how we see our growth in future. And we see even today, when the pandemic was there, even the student who was living next door to our office, they were also interacting online.
Correct. Absolutely.
And,
correct.
and now with the traffic and everything, even in the city, people will want to talk to us online.
Yeah.
That is the way of the future. So we have to gear ourselves to ensure that the quality of work that we do
Right.
is of that caliber, and we have to learn.
Yeah.
We have to unlearn what we have all and learn
Correct.
new things.
Relearn. Correct. Absolutely correct.
So
sir.
that's the next challenge for us.
Okay. So in a way, you have answered my last question. But since our audience, predominantly consists of small students, like they
Sure.
are in 6th standard, 7th
Correct.
standard.
Correct.
So
correct.
I would like to, I would like you to give a message to them, like what opportunities lay ahead for them.
First and foremost, do follow your passion and work towards it. I mean, Sachin Tendulkar was passionate about cricket, but he put in 12 hours a day on cricket
Correct.
since age 15. That's why he is where he is.
Yeah.
And there are probably a crore of students who are passionate about cricket and maybe put in the similar amount of time also, but they can't be Sachin Tendulkar.
Correct.
But if you are doing something you love, then it is fine. Then you don't feel like I did something but did not get the return, because every minute you spend at it, you are actually getting the return.
Right.
Another thing is, like you said, the world is moving in a different direction. There was a time when everybody wanted to be an engineer. There was a time, probably this is a time where everybody wants to become a computer specialist of some kind.
Some kind of skill.
My advice is that if you are not good at math, forget computers. There is more to world other
Then
than
just
computers.
one thing. Correct.
I mean, we can use computers, but there are other things. I mean, there is medicine, there is art, there is culture, there is
Correct. Humanities and all. Yeah.
humanities, and now India has very good programs in arts and humanities.
Right.
When I was small, I was young, arts was like scores nahi aata hai, chalo arts mein jaate.
Correct.
It's not. Top students are going for the arts and humanities today.
Yeah.
So if that is your calling, please go there.
Right.
The important thing is do what you love, but then there is no alternative to hard work.
Correct.
If you do not persevere, forget
Nothing
it.
is gonna come.
The competition is just too good, and no matter how talented you are going to be, you are going to be overtaken by somebody who is just going to put double the amount of time and effort
Right.
in the same thing. So I think that's the message. Love, do what you love, and then keep at it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Parekh. I'm sure you're a very busy professional. Thank you for
Thank
giving
you
us your
for
time.
having me on the show. Thank you.
And we wish you and Disha all the best. And we'll see you again, hopefully.
Looking
Thank you
forward
so much, sir. Thank you.
to it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.